Боже, як хотів би я побачити світ, де люди вільні, як теплий вітер, які шепочуть танцюючим квітам, а вони дарують зимою літо. О, Боже, як хотів би я побачити світ, де не просто дають обіцянки, ми обіймаємось до самого ранку, зустрічаючи сонце. Але люди як камені.
Привіт, YouTube, це дядько Momo YouTube channel, де я розповідаю свої відверті думки про талановитих музикантів. З усього світу, як відомих, так і маловідомих артистів. Я обіцяю вам, що новини пабліка, що ви не будете, та ще новини зовсім. Приєднуйтесь до мого каналу, де ви призвитесь, де відкриваєте разом зі мною темновижних артистів. Now my next reaction of today is going to be MONATIK, and he has a track, and I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Is it Люди Камені?
Люди Камені.
Каміння. Is it Люди Камені, which roughly translated in English is people stones. Now in the description page, it says, and by the way, apologies for reacting so late. This has been out for 3 weeks now, and I should have been on it from the first time it uploaded. But there was so much backlog and catalogue, so apologies for that. But I'm here now. But I just wanted to say that, point it out to you. Apologies for that, MONATIK, sorry. So it says, MONATIK presents the central compositions and video, People Stones, shot in, Odessia? Have I pronounced that right? Odessia. By Tanyu Mуіньо. The artist raised an important social issue in news songs People Stones. Every day, endlessly scroll through the news feeds in which we see the world is going crazy, experiencing such terrible grief such as war. The soul of each of us becomes stones. Someone's throwing insults like stones at the neighbor. However, where am I? I lost my train of thought. Sorry, but apologies for that. So each of us becomes stones. Someone throws insults like stones at neighbors. However, there are those who becomes precious, refined, strong, durable, strong stones that sharpen their edges. MONATIK's new song, People Stones, is about such people. And I think I've been saying that a hell of a lot of time, that the media, the way how it presents itself, and then what comes after the media when you're watching it, it almost designs us to be like I said, like stones. I mean, over in the UK, there's a number of adverts about the health and unhealthy people in Africa and the people that are starving in various other areas. And there's always like a charity thing that comes on. But straight after that is something that makes you forget about what you just watched. And I think it's cleverly designed like that. And I've been saying it for ages. The second part of it is MONATIK's people often throw stones at people. Then they imperturbably, almost pronounced that right, turn into solid stone, losing soul, feelings, motivations for one's decisions and achievements. Because of this, they have a great desire to turn others into stones. Despite all of this, I'm unreasonably optimistic that all stones will grow into herbs and eventually turn into flowers. I hope so. It depends on the trail of the media. The media's certainly got the control, mate. I'm telling you. And until we shut it off and use other options for information, then I believe we can turn into flowers. Because I sincerely believe that the light will wake up in each of us. I'm talking about us. We will overcome everything. We will overcome everything and everyone. P.S. However, do not forget that there are precious stones, such as, for example, emeralds. It is priceless. I get you on that one. And that was beautiful. Beautiful. What's wrong with my pronunciation today? Unfortunately, MONATIK hasn't put the subtitles on, but it has put the lyrical contents down below. So I'm going to read that. No, I'm not going to read that. It's got 4 minutes into it, and this track is only 2 minutes, just 3 minutes. So I'll read out the lyrical contents after. So apologies for that. So without further ado, you know what we're here for. Great vocabs and a damn good video audio music. Can you dig it?
Боже, як хотів би я побачити світ, де люди вільні, як теплий вітер, які які шепоче танцюючим квітам, а вони дарують зимою літо. О, Боже, я хотів би я побачити світ, де не просто дають обіцянки. Ми обіймаємось до самого ранку, зустрічаючи сонце. Але люди як камені чекають на щастя, заростаючи травами.
You know what I like about this? It's personal.
Є люди як гавані,
He's done it himself.
чекають на ті кораблі, які не вийшли в плавання. Але все буває, може і прийду.
That's what I like about it. It's personal. It's getting me closer to him.
Вірю, прийде час, і ми побачимо світ, де розуміють усі наші мрії. Ми перетворюємо їх надії, лиш побачивши твої очі. Вірю, прийде час, і ми побачимо світ, де по-справжньому можна літати, не озираючись на вчорашнє. За це можливо віддати усе, але є люди як камені, чекають на щастя, заростаючи травами.
The whole thing for me,
Є люди як гавані, чекають на ті кораблі, які не вийшли в плавання.
just looking at everything,
Але все буває,
it symbolizes
може, і
hope.
прийду. Але все
That's what I'm
буває.
getting from this whole thing, hope.
Люди як камені, кам'яні стіни навколо нас, і доводиться рвати спини, щоб їх подолати й побачити. Треба докладати чимало сил, і я докладаю усі зусиль, якими можна тільки пережити, перемолоти, передивитись, переганяти, не перебирати фрази, перетікати в нову фазу. Вірю, прийде час, і ми побачимо світ. Вірю, прийде час, і ми побачимо світ.
So is this in his hometown?
Вірю, прийде час, і ми побачимо світ. Вірю, прийде час, і ми побачимо світ. Вірю, прийде час, і ми побачимо світ.
Would I've got
Де
it
люди
more
вільні, як теплий вітер,
if I
які
reacted to
шепоче танцюючим
video
квітам,
1?
а
I
вони
didn't know there was a
дарують
video 1.
щастя
Apologies.
нам.
I think this is his hometown, he said it. Odessey. So that was MONATIK with Люди Камені, which means people stones. And like I promised you, I'm going to read out the lyrical contents, because I think that, let me just read it out. So, I knew it. Oh gosh, how I wish I could see the world where people are free like warm wind, who whisper to the dancing flowers, and they give summers in the winter. Oh gosh, how I wish I could see the world where they don't make just promises until we hug until the morning meets the sun. I knew it's going to be amazing poetry. What I'm not too sure if this is an actual poet from someone of 100 years, as Ukrainian artists so famously do, revitalize poems into songs. Amazing. So I'm not too sure, but it sounds like it. But people are like stones waiting for happiness, overgrown with herbs. People are like harbors waiting for those ships who didn't want to go swimming, but everything happens. Maybe they will come. I hope this one doesn't exceed the limit on Google. I believe the time will come when we will see the world. They understand all our dreams there. We turn into them actions, just seeing in your eyes. I believe the time will come when we will see the world, when you can really fly without looking back at yesterday. Is it possible to give everything for this? But just like people, we are like stones. People are like stones. And I think I can just take all this part. Yeah. Brick walls around us, you have to tear your back to overcome them and see the light. It is necessary to expert a little force, and I will do my best. What can only survive the pain, the grind, the pain. Check us out past time. Do not go over phases. Flow into the new phase where I am. And I believe there's just a little bit more where I couldn't highlight it. There's a lot of clicking. I believe the time will come and we will see the light. Sweet love, I believe the time will come. We will and see the world where people are free like warm winds who whisper to the dancing flyers and they give us happiness. I believe that's a poem. I mean, if you wrote this, that is absolutely amazing. But I'm sure you guys will let me know where the Liverpool content, if it comes from a poet, what particular poet, when it was written as well. But look, there's a hell of a lot of things that's going on, you know, inside and outside of Ukraine. The news is the absolute feeder, the mother feeder, and the designer of the way how we're being fed. So what I say to you is that you've got to, if you want to find out information, you've got to use more than just the media. And it's everywhere. I mean, every artist in Ukraine is telling their own individual story and telling the story from the masses, from the people that have little voices to be heard. And you can see it every single day. And if you go into Instagram and you join their following pages, you see the amazing photos and the news that they put up. And that is, for me, is not what turning people into stones, but it's keeping us as flowers. And as long as we use alternative platforms and not have the mother of all feeder feeding us, and we're using alternative foods, then we have a better, clearer understanding exactly what's going on and the way how people are feeling right now. And that will continue to keep you as a flower rather than a stone, because you have a closer interaction, a closer knowledge, where you can actually send that message to that person. Ask that person, are you okay? Are you safe? Hope you're well. Hope your family's well. Have that individual conversation. You can't do that with the news media. You hook on the news media and only the news media, then yes, I totally agree with what MONATIK is saying. You turn into a stone and you will be like a stone. But there is so many others. Food for thought. Well done, MONATIK. I absolutely love and adore what you've just done there. I salute you. Boom.
Бачимо світ. Вірю, прийде час, і ми побачимо світ. Вірю, прийде час, і ми побачимо світ, де люди вільні, як теплий вітер, які шепочуть танцюючим квітам, а вони дарують щастя нам.